That's so cool. Let's go for Scott. Oop. I don't know if you like chat with him frequently, but like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, no way. He was close to Ariana. Well, guess we were like, guess that makes both of us. Scott was close to Ari. I was like as close to Taylor as I can be. And as I think so, yeah, pretty much the walk to my Airbnb, like it was bad. I did take a bus that pretty much was called the Swifty bus. That's cool. Excuse me. Hmm. Yeah. Dude, I'll get into that too. And yeah, I got to the bus, got back to my Airbnb safely, and then I pretty much rested for the night, think in a way. And then excuse me. And then pretty much I woke up, got ready, and then I went to. Well, I actually checked out, and then I explored a bit of called explored a bit of Toronto. I went to Casa Loma. I went to for a bit. For starters, I took like well, actually, since I was close to the filming location where they filmed Scott Pilgrim, I was like, let me check that out. Like I went to the street, and it's already there since they already give away that info. Bloor Street West was that's what it's called. So like pretty much I went to the corner pizza over there, which pretty much I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, there were slight modifications since it has been used. Especially with they had an Honest Ed's discount store in the background, which has since closed. They tore down the building, and now there's a new apartment building right. But in a way, I was like, I ate there. It was cool. And then nearby there was Lee's Palace, where pretty much where the Scott fights the third Evil X. The front is like an Indian takeout now, but the Lee's Palace is still exists. It's just that you got to go through the side entrance. Like okay, but it's still at the cool sign. Ooh, yes. And then I took the TTC to the Casa Loma. Transferring at this one station, I don't know why. Like it was a long walk, honestly. I'm like, uh, after this match, I'm gonna. What was I saying? Uh, yeah, I got to Casa Loma. Pretty much, I climbed up the steps where Scott and Ramona went up to the castle, and at least that's what Wallace called it. You strike out, you strike out at the next hour. Come find me at the castle. It went easy 60. I'm like, oh, where they climbed up the stairs. Turns out in the movie they make the stairs longer. Like, okay, I see. Special effects just so they could make it like the comic, the graphic novels. Got to the top. I'm like, oh, there on my left. On your left. I got as close as to the castle. Like, oh, what? Thankfully, I was like able to be near and close, and like have escape rooms in there too. And I'm like, oh, let's go. But I didn't go in. I pretty much was short on time, and I pretty much took the TTE to. Well, I was gonna go to the train to go back to Aaron. I was like, oh, I got 30 minutes left. See what's at the nearby Eat Center. A little bit. I'll look a little bit. Let's see what they have. And then like, oh, that's beautiful. And I also saw another Swiftie, also community member from one of the communities I'm in. Like, oh, cool. That's. I was like, wait, oh, hi. And I was like, oh, I saw you were here. And I'm like, not like, I saw you were at the concert. And I'm like, we were pretty much on the each on the different side of the concert. I'm like, nice. Chatted, split, and I explored. There was like a Taylor Swift experience actually at Eaton Center as well. I don't know if it was their kid when you checked. I mean, like, ooh. But like, there was an experience pretty much there. I'm like, there's photography and like, even if it was quick. Then I went to the train to go to the GO train, and then train ride home was a bit alright. There was like a card shop nearby that I took for a quick. Then got Terrence safe. Pretty much chilled for the rest of the night. We also watched, played a little bit of Mario Party, and then, the next day we had to wake up early because we had a class, and I had to go to, well, pretty much had to go with her. Well, not be with her, because of course some of her courses wouldn't allow like random randos come in, such. Pretty much, I was just like, oh, I was just on my own for like at least 2 hours. House, I had to do my weekly thing that I usually do every Monday, and then we visited the falls. Thanks to her, pretty much she had a path that allowed us to go through like certain attractions
at no charge.
Which actually I should message. What else? Explored the falls. Okay, here's the part. This is an interesting story. So we were ready to go on the regional bus. We waited a couple minutes. We were sitting like on a rock, pretty much like a rock fence. I don't even know what to call it. We were sitting on it waiting for the regional to come in. I brought my water bottle. By the time we were on the regional, and then we got off the regional bus, I realized I left my bottle. I was like, uh-oh. Could be on campus. It could be on that other bus that we took. Or her, and I'm like... And then I pretty much was haywire.
Let's hear it again!
Oh! Oh, Steam? Oop. Uh-oh. But yeah, I left my bottle at campus. I was like, oh my, play that at the game? Interesting. I left my bottle on campus. Kind of flipped out. Then thankfully I was like, and then the worst case scenario. It was the Taylor Swift Eras Tour water bottle that I got at the show. Plus, they didn't sell the bottles until after the show because pretty much stadium regulations, I guess. But I left it out there, thinking it's gonna be there. I'm just like, somebody took it, and like pretty much wait, I'm gonna get to that. But, like pretty much we were like relaxed a bit. When we got to the falls, like we took this bus to that bus was in the falls. We go to the welcome center. We experienced the behind the falls experience. Or pretty much there was a lower deck where we can experience the falls right there outdoors. And then we also went to the power station as well. Pretty much we only did 2 experiences because one of them was like a long one. The behind the falls one was like, okay, it was a big one. And then I even took a few Polaroid pictures. Well, Polaroid pictures as well. I brought my Polaroid camera. And the poor selfie myself with terrible lighting because I didn't put on flash. And then the long one, we pretty much went to the power station and did a light show. So cool. And then included with the power station, there was also a tunnel that led to like the lower part of the falls. And when you go through the tunnel, there is a light experience, which was so pretty. Walk along the tunnel. Listen. There we go. There was a picture I forgot that we took within the walked along the tunnel. It was like a 10 to 15 minute walk with like benches to like sit on to like take a break for a bit. And then we got to the other end. Looks so pretty at night. I mean, the lights are only on when the tunnel experience is on from... Actually, it could vary. When pretty much, like, the only time I saw the lights go on at the falls was, like, when... It was at night, of course, and then when I took the bus back home from last year, when I went to the meetup, like, oh, the lights are still on. And it was cool to see. It was gorgeous, and I was glad to experience it with Aaron. And then we also had poutine as well. So like pretty much we took WeGo back to the bus terminal. We were gonna take like one of the buses to get to the regional bus, but then we decided but instead we took the Go. Which was like, oh well, it's fine. I mean, also had enough on my Presto card on my phone, so like okay, I have it in backup just in case. Got, and also we were gonna check to see if the bottle was still there. So, like we took Go bus, chilled a bit, got a little bit, then got off Go bus when we got to your area where pretty much your uni is. Like one bus, there was a creepy experience heading to the terminal, to the bus terminal, to change to another bus to her uni. Like, it was creepy, honestly. There was a guy that, let's just say, pretty much just didn't follow the rules and had like a little scuff with with the with the transit worker. Which I like, okay. I see why sometimes New Yorkers like to mind their business. Yeah, it was in her stories too. Like, if you follow her kitty on there, you might. Yeah, it was it was a weird experience. But moving past that, we went to her. We went back to the uni. I checked for my bottle, and surprisingly, my bottle was still there after 5 hours. I'm like, oh, good. Because spending it was $30 Canadian, and I'm like, okay, I can't lose. Because even though I like just got it. Plus, if it was in New York. Plus, if we were in New York, if it was New York, then pretty much I would have lost it, never seen it again. Had a guy just look rudely in it. Really? Come on. What's wrong with people? That's weird. But yeah, I found the bottle. It was outside. Like literally. It was literally outside. I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody touched it. I was like, thank you. He shook his head because Andrew was talking to me, like having. Seriously? Wow. But yeah, like then we got to the campus, bottle was safe. And then what did I say? Yeah, we just chilled at the campus for a bit. There was like a room. There was an area where we could just like chill for a bit where she usually chills, but I was invited. Dang. I'll submit if you mutual too. Like, okay, cool. Which now it got me interested in watching this show on Netflix. Oh. And then we got to the area, and then that's where everything ends. And then the night we watched a little bit of a streamer. I kind of wasn't ready to leave, honestly. Uh, and then so pretty much I was just up for a bed. We did have to wake up a little bit in the morning, early, only because, well, it was early because so pretty much I would say normally I would take like the train from the falls, like the Canadian side of the falls, but because there was construction, there were no trains that were in Canada. I'd have to go to the States side. And I was like, okay, I could either do it like still go later or go early. And so pretty much I just picked the earlier one. Plus I I was gonna switch over so that way we would just get plenty of rest. I honestly, I was like, for the later train, there was one. It was basically we had to wait like minutes, like a really long time because the train I was supposed to board wasn't the one that was supposed to come from Canada. There was another train that came from Montreal, and because of construction near the station where pretty much where the storage all the trains are, they had to merge both trains in order to pretty much basically they were running side by side that way and to accommodate the construction ongoing. I'm like, wow, pretty much that's what happened with my when I went to Canada. Like they had to merge it, but they had to merge both trains. Also for that one, like pretty much we left first to the one for Toronto and the other for Montreal. They had to later, and then but yeah, like I was like, no, I'm leaving early. Like I woke up at 4 a.m. Yeah, 4 a.m. for me. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. even though I did stay up a little late, honestly. And then I rest up, and then up, got ready, made sure I didn't leave anything behind. Started my lift. Aaron. Got to the bridge. Found out, this is where it gets interesting. I found out that the bridge was closed overnight because of construction. Like, dang it, I didn't know. I did not know. Thankfully, it opened like a minute or two after I got to paid the toll, cross the bridge. It took me like 10 to 15. There was a bit of a line. There was also I don't know, the border protection people was like, who's here not, there's a word for it, I forgot, but I feel like they just wanted to cross the bridge just because so they could experience it. But pretty much I was coming into this, pretty much it was like 1, 2, 3. It was like easy. They're like, I was like saying, I'm here for Aerostore. I was in Canada for, they're like, where are you in Canada for? Aerostore. Got my picture, all that, da da da, and then dipped. I was like, oh no, I'm short on time. It was like, I had 20 minutes left to get to the train station. And then I ordered an Uber. The Uber was far. Like, I don't trust you. I don't trust Uber. So like, I had to cancel it. Thankfully, it was like it was after the time limit. It was after the limit. Like, it was before the grace period expired where I would just experience a fee for canceling late. Because I was in a rush. Got a lift. I had to pay a bit extra. Also, yes, I have scissors. Of course. No. Yes, I have scissors here. Then I got a priority lift. Took the lift to... Yeah, I got the lift. Was it in a bit of a rush because I wanted to get to the train station quickly. Got to the train station. I was like, oh shoot, 10 minutes. And then thankfully doors were already open. They were boarding. And then, yeah, I boarded the train. I'll be real, that train was really ice cold, hard. It was cold. I was like, I feel too cold. Like, it's too cold. It was too cold in that train, so it was like, I had to bundle up a bit. Well, shaking cold, but I heated up a little bit. Like, at the end, like, I did get rest. I jammed a bit to music. Upstate, like, pretty much going through the state looked pretty. Aside the fact that the rivers were pretty much dried up because there was a drought. They're on drought watch. I think they may have gone to drought warning. Then I got home safe, and then I got to my stop safely. And took the rail, got to stop, and yeah, that was like pretty much my venture back. Aside from the fact that I couldn't stream right away because of the fact that everything was disconnected here. I mean, my room was renovated, that's all I can say.